All right, people, Catfish Dave here. It's the first week of May. It's kind of late morning because I'm a little lazy. I am parked. That's a big backwater creek that comes out right there. There's a point just to my left here. I am right on the drop-off ledge. I'm anchored in about 17 foot. It drops off sharply to about 30 feet right here at this spot. I'm limited on bait. These old Fort Loudon skipjacks getting tougher and tougher. I've got 4, and about a third of that's already baited up. So I got me some curly-tail grubs on a rod here I'm going to be throwing this morning. I know once the sun gets up a little farther and people get out on church and stuff, because today is Sunday, I'm not going to want to be out here with these great big old ocean cruisers running up and down this river. 855,000 bass boats. Probably be coming around this bend here at 70 miles an hour, and I'll be wondering if they're going to run over me or not. So I'm here, we're going to give it a shot. Trying out my new anvil rods. I've got this old Team Catfish rod just kind of stuck in a storage rod holder. It's not really meant to fish out of, but I'm using it. Actually using 3 rods now. I used to use mostly 2. I'm stepping my game up a little bit. I would expect this, just by the layout of it, to be mostly blue cat. I could pick up a big striper here. I wouldn't expect a lot of flatheads here, but it's Tennessee River, so you don't know. We're baited up. Let's give it a go. Hopefully I can score some kind of other bait besides what I got, because this won't last long. I can hear stuff flipping around out there. I don't know if it's white bass. I don't know what's flipping around out there. Could be some skipjack in there. Hey, shut up, you dag-blasted goose. Oh, man. I can hear more stuff breaking on this side of the boat than I do on that side of the boat. You think it'd be the opposite. There we go, there we go, there we go. Oh lordy, oh lordy, oh lordy, oh lordy. I got drag coming out of that rod. Got the drag coming out of that rod. Oh, there we go. That's a good fish. That's a good fish. The one out in the deepest water, 31 foot. This is what I don't like about using all these rods, man. I'm trying to video, I'm trying to land him on this side of the boat. He's got to cross all my lines. We're going to do what we can do with him. It ain't no jank, I can tell you that. if I can get this fish in without tangling all my lines up. He's right below the boat. Come on, get around my line there. There we go. He's doing what I want him to do now. There we go. He's doing what I want him to do. Come on, fish. There's a lot of current out here. Trying to pull this fish in against the current when he ain't cooperating. Okay, I believe he's got in my other line. He sure has. There he is. Good looking blue cat to start the morning. Good looking blue cat. Good looking blue cat. Get my net ready. There he is. Good looking blue cat. This net ain't as big as I'd like it to be. And just trying to hold it still in the current ain't the easiest job in the world. We got to get him head first. Head first. Come on, head first. We got it. We got it. Yeah. Yeah. Big old fat fish. Big old fat fish. And I even got my skipjack head back. That's good. Small boat, people, small boat. This fish here's only got one eye. Someone's caught this thing in years past and let him loose. That's a nice looking fish right there. Healthy fish. He was nice enough to give me my headpiece back, but he busted my peg float all to pieces. So I'm just going to take it off. I don't think that peg float makes that big a difference anyhow. That fish was caught in the deepest water. I should be anchored just another 8 foot or so that way. Get all these baits right at the bottom of that 31 foot. But we'll see what happens. Woo! We've been anchored on this point for 26 minutes for that fish. I knew when that rod went over it was a good one. Here comes the big cruiser boats up the river. Time for the wave action to start. They ain't fishing, they just making waves. Here comes another cruiser. While they rocking my boat, I'm gonna eat some barbecue Vienna sausages. For some reason, my line went slack right there. I've been pulled off anchors. What's happened? What is happening? What in the world is happening here? I have no idea what's happening here. I am pulled off anchor though. The only thing that's holding me still is that Team Catfish rod. A little bit of technical difficulties here. I got my bait back. I have re-established. This time I'm anchored over 37 feet. I'm close to that ledge, but trying to anchor right on it with these big cruiser boats, pulling my anchor loose ain't working out. So I'm fishing real close to the ledge, but all the way at the deepest part. The bottom. There's a bite already. There's a bite already. Wasn't much of a bite, but it was a bite. That is a flathead right there. Sure enough. It ain't impossible to get a flathead here. It's the Tennessee River. Flathead. There's a flathead. Come on, Mr. Flathead. Little flathead. First flathead on the anvil rod. It's caught some blues and pretty good striper. That looked like a dang skipjack right there jumping in the water. Blue number 2. Got a little bit of weight to it. Really not a bad morning out here, considering I was too lazy to get up and get out here at a decent hour. I'm really towards the tail end of the bite, but still getting fish. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. Oh, 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 oh. Well, that rod went down hard to not get hooked. The only thing I can figure that was a big old gar. I pulled my bait in, bait was hooked properly, so I'm gonna call it a gar. This wind's trying to blow me sideways. strong current and it's still turning me around. Once them kind of boats start running the river right there, I'm ready to get on out of here. All he's gonna do is make a bunch of giant waves. This little boat don't like them kind of waves. They about come over the back end a couple times on me. I hope he goes downstream and goes way downstream and don't come back. All right, people, it's getting later in the day. Close to the noon hour, and noon sucks. The wind's picking up. The boats are getting ridiculous. Had I got here at daybreak, I'm at a good spot. I probably would have caught a lot. But since I got here almost the end of the bite, well, I ended up with just 3 fish. Now, it's possible to catch a fish out here in the heat of the afternoon. Guys bump, guys drag, guys drift, guys pull planer boards. But I'm not going to do all that because I'm just too lazy. Too lazy to be a catfisherman. I want to be able to anchor down, sit my butt down, and eat a can of Vienna sausages. I do this for fun. Fun it was. I got one nice blue. I was happy to get it. Got the first flathead on the anvil rod. I've got 3 things going on here. I've got a creek coming out into the main river. I'm sitting off a point and I'm anchored right on a ledge. Prime spot. I can't see fish on my depth finder because there's too much debris and stuff going down in the river right now. I just knew it was a prime spot to hook up with a fish, you know. So that's what I did. I gave it a go, made a throw. This is Catfish Dave with another one. Signing out. Good looking blue cat, start the morning. Good looking blue cat.